Hi everyone, this is Salvi coming to you with some VTuber news today. I do try to get you as much as I can, and of course I do hope I earn a subscription, and I do hope I earn a follow, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And of course be sure to do that before the video ends, and I do hope that you enjoy the things that I have for you. Cat in Chat has been somebody that's been doing stuff for AI. A lot of her AI stuff, a lot of people like, of course, but she's also doing things here recently with the mismanagement of the dokibird thing. And she tried to play it off as it not being her stuff. I did recently say that, she herself said that she had written it, and now we actually have proof of it. So it gets worse. The more she tries to hide it, the more it comes out. The more she tries to make it like she didn't do anything wrong, or she wasn't doing anything, she was just reading what people gave her, it shows more stuff. So this is her activity on a Dokibird charity auction build. Originally, she called it Celeste versus Dokibird, Dokibird. Celeste was the PC builder that was involved in the whole thing. On March 8th, she created it. She edited it again on March 8th at 4:38 a.m., according to the thing that we have here. Then, she changed it to Dokibird charity auction in March 8th. And of course, she again edited it again. And before she talked about it on May 7th is when she edited it yet again before it came out. And this was something that recently happened. I did recently notice that she privated the whole thing. So it was her because she started getting a lot of stuff. Here you go. It was the one who did it, of course. But we do have, as always, there is always a Wayback Machine. You can look it up, the Wayback Machine. For yourself. I will try to put a link down in the description, and at the very least in the description or a pinned comment or something like that, try to put the link in here so you can read it yourself. This was the one that she created herself. So it gets worse. That's just, she's trying to hide, she's trying to run, she's trying to do all that, and then just hope that people don't do anything or say anything or whatever. I'm going to hold her feet to the fire just like mine are held to the fire and should be held to the fire if I make a mistake. It's just, there you go. Don't pretend that it is not you when it actually is you. So that's all I'm saying here. And of course, because people did ask for proof, ask for evidence, and I do want to show evidence when I have it. It's not just me saying that she did it or taking her words out of context. Here's the proof in the pudding in black and white of what she's done there. The fact that she did it. In this piece of news, we have, of course, as I had mentioned before in a previous video, we have Alicia, who has made has taken some of her stream and made it into a video about the whole situation in regards to Katliente and her experience with her. The fact is, here's the background of it a bit before we go into everything else. She had, of course, Alicia is dealing with cancer, I believe still, and it is a tough road, of course. The issue was, that's not the issue, making a video on that, I don't think is the big issue. The issue was that Katliente made a clickbait one about her having cancer and getting hacked, kind of connecting the both together, which is, was a bad thing. Then after that, after she got a lot of flack for it, because Alicia called her out on it, why did she make a clickbait title on that whole thing? Why did she make the clickbait thumbnail on that whole thing? She went and, removed it, removed the video, and then later blamed her editor and saying, editor doesn't know English and blah, 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 English isn't the first language and this and that and the other, and basically blamed her editor for that mistake. She said she still took responsibility, etc., but she blamed her editor and pretty much threw everything on her editor, removed everything, gave her some of the ad revenue, etc., etc. The only reason why it came back up is because Alicia found out that in the recent Doki issue that Katliente had, or Cat in Chat as she calls herself now, she referenced the issue with Alicia as a way that she took responsibility for mistakes that she made in the past. Now, bringing it back kind of made it like, no, you're not really taking responsibility. You're just doing this kind of like as a virtue signal or something like that. And that was the issue that Alicia, as far as I understand, took with the whole thing about it just being very much just to get on the good graces of people, not actually meaning to do well by, removing things, just trying to deflect more than anything. And that is where we lead to today's thing, which is this. The Katliente made a statement in response to Alicia X Life's video about her. Addressing the cancer clickbait incident with Alicia. Situation where Alicia was hacked and lost access to their YouTube channel. I believe I covered it as well, honestly. I think I covered it as well. And she made a video, like, Kat made a video about Vtuber cancer getting hacked. Vtuber publicly expressed in their Twitter did not want people to talk about their hacking situation, and I wanted to respect that and was going to delete the video. I should have deleted the video immediately to avoid miscommunication. Oh, and another thing, she said that, deleting videos takes forever. It takes a long time to process, blah, blah. I'm a YouTuber myself. It only takes a second to put delete video, okay? And let YouTube do its thing. It doesn't take you 20 minutes to figure out how to delete a video. It's quite literally click and you're done. So it says, while I was asleep, my editor posted it. Like I mentioned before, not taking really responsibility for it. Then, talk about the backlash. First language is in English. She didn't realize the words cancer and remission were two different things. Regardless, the blame lies with me, and I should have immediately deleted the video on my channel to avoid possible misinterpretations. Now, remission wasn't even a right word to use, according to Alicia, because, they're not fully in remission. Remission has certain qualifiers that you need, or at least at the point when that was done, she wasn't fully in remission. They need qualifiers for it to actually be remission. What I mean by that is that, you have to have a certain amount of time that you no longer have the stuff going on for it to be considered remission. And of course, our time I was asleep, again, deflecting, saying she's asleep. She didn't know that the editor had put that stuff out there, that type of thing. The moment I realized something was wrong, deleted the video, privately apologized, and tried to move on. See the time, and then she releases timestamps because, of course, the pressure that has been put on the whole situation. Didn't want to talk about publicly because I deemed the situation resolved. Also didn't want to continue mentioning that the VTuber, as they have already expressed multiple times, they didn't want people to talk about it. And then, of course, here you go. Talk about the clickbaiting title. And here is the full DM between them. I don't know why you're releasing the full DM. It still doesn't make you look good. I wanted to apologize for the video. I was equally frustrated with you and YouTube, with YouTube taking down both of your videos for you, probably with YouTube. After watching the VOD, talk about the news channel, decided to didn't want the video to go up, etc., etc. So you can see here that whole thing. She's trying to absolve herself of all the sins. Until now, as I have a very nocturnal schedule, quite busy today, since deleted the video, etc. So she continues on this whole thing. Release X being referred to as a cancer VTuber. Wishing your team well. Today sucked a lot more because that video was done is done. Thanks again for taking it down. She said, again, Kat said that she truly feels bad about the whole situation, etc., etc. Appreciate it. The PayPal is here. She did pay some of the ad revenue to it, or at least what the ad revenue was supposed to be, right here, 156. So she's fully doxing the whole situation or whatever to try to make herself feel a lot better. Didn't want to make this public because I thought the situation was partly resolved, and because I didn't want any backlash to fall on the editor for a human error. Again, ultimately my responsibility to double check each video. Okay, let's just say this was true. Why did you make a video on Doki? That was the big thing. That's the thing that Alicia and others are like, what the heck? Okay, you felt bad about it, but you did the same thing. In fact, worse with Doki, because you created the document. You talked to the artist. You created the document to slander Doki, to defame Doki, with libel. And then you treated it as a random document that you were sent or random document you found. And, of course, it bit you in the butt again. That is why your past sins have been put out there. As I know, anytime you make a mistake, even if you get things better, the mistake is going to be remembered. And that's fine. That is the way it goes. You actually have to use actual physical, like you doing better things. You have to show with actions versus your words. So keep showing with actions and maybe things will change, but you haven't done that yet. We have some news in regards to First Stage Production. First Stage Production EN, their English generations are, of course, male for the most part. Ravanis is their most recent one. They recently did have their 6-month anniversary with, of course, all this merch going on here. But what I'm talking about more than anything right now is that they're going to be having their 3D. In 6 months, after 6 months of being there, they're going to be having their 3D. That is amazing. Let's take a look at this trailer here.
I've always wished to break free and explore what lies beyond. Now, with everyone beside me, it's time to take the first step.
We've each made it this far on our own, but together, the power we hold is limitless.
Time waits for no one, and neither do we. Now's our chance to charge forward with the strength to forge our own destiny.
Charge into destiny!
We've sailed across the cosmos, but now's our time to reach for the stars.
Fate
Reach
may
for
have
it,
dealt
baby.
cards, but we decided how the game is played. This world isn't kind, and we know that better than anyone. But that didn't stop.
So yeah, it goes on for a bit, but this is going to be their Ravanis 2025 whole thing for the 3D. This is amazing. It's a small, like, FSP isn't huge. FSP is not like the size of Hololive or anything like that. Hell, I think it's even smaller than like Face Connect and such. But they are doing, I think actually in the EN sphere they are. In the other one, I think they're pretty big. They're big-ish, medium-size-ish, I think. But for them to even have it after 6 months, and just 6 months, is amazing for me. I think that is just great news for male VTubers to get this so quickly. It is amazing. I'm very, very happy to see this, and I wish them all the luck in the world. In this piece of news, or at least something that I find interesting out there, as you know I do post these things occasionally, I'm reading something here from Deram Kado, who is still a member of Nijisanji. In case you want to know who they are, this is them. This is their look. They used to be a part of the ID branch with Avanduna, Nagasaki Arsena, and others with its 53 Renegade. 53 Renegade. And right now, they did recently put something out on the 17th of May. I just read strange info about someone's impersonating as someone ID Liver's manager or staff son. Basically, the whole thing is that someone was saying they were a past staff member of ID, being a manager of Mika Melatika and that type of thing, of Livers that have graduated. And, they are doing that to try to get either clout or some sort of money from people in the Indonesian sphere. According to this, the reason why this is interesting is because now we know that managers of ID Livers, the people who have graduated, are still the same people. They're still managing us. The current Livers, no one is out. Because people were kind of wondering, did they just everything meld into JP, and the ID or the Indonesian VTuber managers were fired, and it was just Japanese VTuber managers that were a part of it now. According to this, that is not true. And according to this, they do still have their Indonesian managers, which is nice. It's good because those people are the ones who know the talents specifically, know what's going on in the talents' lives, know how to deal with the talents, etc., etc. So they are the ones that can deal with the whole situation, deal with everything going on, and make sure that everything is on the up and up. Because, with the managers, you have a certain rapport going on with them. Finding someone else who maybe doesn't speak your same language, who doesn't know your things that you've done in the past, that type of stuff can lead to maybe demoralization and things like that. So it's nice to know that the ID Livers still have the former ID who became into Nijisanji regular, still have their Indonesian counterparts in the sense of managers, and still have that wonderful support. As good support as they can, of course, because as we know, Nijisanji doesn't do great in support. Nijisanji doesn't do great in management, and that's why I, in particular, have an issue with Nijisanji management. Not with the talents as much as the management, as you guys know. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, types, everything in between. I try to do it to lift up VTubers, to lift up the industry, to try to make it something positive instead of negative, as we have so many times before, so many negative things out there. So today, I am talking about Tenten _VT, Star Guardian debut. Their full debut is going to be in July, but they do have some content out already. And then, of course, we're going to take a look at something that they're doing here. Let's take a look at their Twitch side, which is Tenten Star Guardian Loud Girl debut June, July, VTuber Genshin Impact Valorant. And of course, we're going to take a look at their YouTube side when that happens. we are going to go through here and give you a good idea of what's going on here. So let's take a look at what they've said here.
Massive. Oh, massive. That you said that big too. Oh man. All right. Well, that's all I'm saying. That's why he's my main. That's why I play him. Cause I like to hear morning come.
Whoa, there's something to unpack there. Of course, we all say some interesting things. Today, also, let's take a look at their YouTube side, which is a place that they have shorts. And of course, shorts is the main thing that they have there. They're leaving it open for playlists and for other things in the future. Of course, thank you so much, Tenten, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.